So I've looked at some posts that I've done, and I think now it'll be useful to look at some pages. So again, I'm on the left, look at pages. And these are some of the pages that I've done. I think a good one to look at would be events. I talked about the layout and the coloring and how that was done. And this is the back end of how that would actually be edited. So I used what's called a pull quote that's identified here to head it off. And then I have various sections of what I've done, my marketing presentations, for example. And I've used the command over here on the right to give the blue background. I've used what's called a column block within WordPress to actually position these three columns. And then I've used above here to do bolding, and I've done coloring off to the right. So it's been using these modular blocks has been very helpful in constructing. I started with a blank page and basically constructed my own mini template. In some cases, I think, as I've shown, you can use prepackaged templates that will do this job, but in many cases you want to start from scratch. And let me talk about some of those templates now. Go back to pages. These are all published. I'm going to look at some draft pages and templates. So this is an example of what I was just mentioning. So if you have a team of people that you're working with in your small business or nonprofit, this is a prepackaged template that you can access from WordPress.com, and it lays it out very nicely for you. So you can, you don't need Sally's image there. You can replace it with somebody else. You can go into the text that is shown here describing Sally. Same thing for email address, Vaughan, and even Samuel the dog. So, but it lays it out in a very nice and interesting fashion, and it gives you a head start on doing this kind of content. Another is a Contact Me template, where again, I'm getting a prepackaged template that's being offered up by WordPress.com. When we do a new page, I'll show you where these are located. And again, I can click on the template, replace her image with my own. They've got a nice subheading that's been done for you, text, and even the social media links. And again, I can click on these links and change them to my own particular links. But the layout's done for you in terms of the location of the image on the left, the text, the subheading, and the social media links. And there are others. This is not the only contact template. They have others you can choose from. Okay. Unless we have any further questions, I'll sort of go down other action items that appear down on the left here.
Gary, I just wanted to sort of remind people who are here this evening that some of this might seem daunting to begin, but if you just think about it as something that you need and want to do, and just start small and simple, and just think about how you want to expand it out from there. But just take some baby steps. And I'm sure, experts like Gary, if you get in contact with them, they'll be able to sort of walk you through some of the beginning steps, so you can go online and just do some research, find a platform that you're really interested in. And there are all sorts of tutorials that are very simple that will help you get started. But I think the key point that I want to make is just that start simple and build out from there.
Well said, Mildred, in terms of next steps. The appearance category has several items that are of interest here. And I'll kind of work down some of the more common ones. Themes, this is a term in WordPress that's often used. It's the layout. It governs the layout for your site. So this particular site is using a theme called Libre 2. So the shape of it, how the menu items appear, the framework of putting in your images, a lot of this is done by using this particular theme. So if I click on info, it will talk about, on the left here, the various aspects of using this theme, how the header is set up, other elements that can be used, your footer or a sidebar, and then all the features of what it can do are listed at the bottom under features. And on the right is, these are examples of exactly how the site looks, what can be done, how would images look, how do they look in a blog article. So that's a sort of a handy introduction to how the theme might look on your site. Now this is an entree into, this is the theme that you're currently using that's active, but you can pick any of hundreds of themes that WordPress.com has in their library. You can see their home pages indicated up front to give you a rough idea. But on any of these themes, you can just click on the dots, go into info, and it will do the same thing. It will give you on the left, it'll the features, and on the right, it'll show you exactly how they're being used before you make a decision. If you're going to switch themes, I would advise do it early on before you have tons of content, because when you switch a layout theme, it may affect or jumble a bit some of your content. So it's great to switch and experiment, but just do it online as you're working with your blog. Okay, other elements under appearance, menus is important. This is where you manipulate the navigation appearing on your site, those menu tabs that we saw across the top of my Marketing Maven blog. So this is how they're done. It's literally drag and drop. You can drag these items. You can indent them. It's fairly intuitive. On the left is where you input your content. So you just select, probably want to view all the content's available. And then once you select it, add it to the menu, it's going to pop into the bottom and you move it to where you want it. So menu is important in terms of affecting the navigation of your site and how it's going to appear. Now this customize area has some other information that's important for you to look at the site. Okay, customize. Some Zoom mechanics we had to work through there. This is the customization area of these actions on your website, and a number of these are fruitful. Site identity, for example. So, well, it's what it sounds like. So you can add text to your. You see it being reflected on the pane in the middle. You can have a different tagline and type accordingly. So that's the opportunity for manipulating site identity. Color backgrounds, you're able to, this makes colors being organized and complementary throughout the site without you worrying about it. So they give you palettes to do this and make proper selections. So that's the value of having the manipulating the background on your site.